I haven't been here in a long time, you guys. I have not been here in a long, long time. I keep telling you, I gotta make up like a song, a theme song. I feel like I need a theme song, child. I need a theme song. We are live. We're not even in the dark room. I can't even say we're in the dark room. We ain't even there. We ain't even there. It ain't dark. It's daylight. It's the afternoon. Child, let me see if I'm clear. Yes. Now here we go. I want to get right to the nitty gritty. Good afternoon. As y'all come in the room, please like, share, and subscribe. We are here to talk about the episode that happened last night on um, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Girl, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but Kenya. Mm, mm. Hearing a lot of people saying that it wasn't what she did last night. We here discussing Kenya Moore on Real Housewives of Atlanta, y'all. If y'all seen the episode, chime in and let me know in the chat how y'all felt about that episode, because that episode pissed me off. As a business person, that episode pissed me off. As a business person that ran their own salon and know how hard that could be to pull off and to get it the way you want it pissed me off. It really did. Because I'm trying to figure out how how was they gonna pull it all off when they kept prolonging the season to us, right? So my thing is with Kenya, right? You sat on last week's episode with Kelly inside of your salon, which had security at the door, right? You sat there and cried about how you spent 400K on the salon, and I spent Brooklyn's tuition and this and that. I don't know if she was laughing or she was trying to, throw a little joke there, or if she was real or not. I don't know. But 400K to get the salon of your dreams is a lot of money. A lot of money was invested in that salon. So for her to do what she did last night was crazy. And we're gonna get all into the eve and things of it all, because I'm doing somebody order right now. Yeah. I'm doing somebody order right now. Always doing somebody order. This is a 20-ounce tumbler. It comes with the Shore cleaner, the baggie. It comes with everything. But this tumbler here is gonna have a handle strap. It's gonna have a handle strap, and it's gonna have a black handle strap. This is my bougie tumblers. They come with a handle strap, everything. It comes with it. The baggie for you to carry it in and everything. But this person is going to Kane. It's her birthday coming up this week. This is going out. By Wednesday, this will be out the door. But, yes, if you want a tumbler with your name on it, I do them in all colors. This one is black, white, gold, silver. So black pearls, white pearls, gold pearls, silver stones, and black stones. Because the name is decked out in black stones. And then y'all see I have specks of silver stones going throughout the whole thing. Okay, let's get into this. Let's get into the things. If you want a tumbler with a matching fan or anything, you can hit me up in my Instagram at EVE underscore DA underscore weave. 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 If you want a bougie tumbler, I make these in all colors and I ship them around the world. Free shipping and handling. Okay? So let's get into Kenya more of it all. Oh, Kenya disappointed me as a black girl, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why she disappointed me as a black girl. Kenya disappointed me as a black girl because, at the end of the day, what you have pulled off, you are Miss America. Let's talk about it. Miss America. Remember, she's always starring Miss America every time when she first got on this show. Because I'm Miss America and I twirls on them. And you can't bow down to the queen and you're a peasant and this and that. Okay, let's go to the season because I'm only gonna be here for like an hour and a half an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I don't know. So let's go a few episodes, the dinner that led to why Kenya did what she did, and we're not apologizing for Kenya. She disappointed me. I can't. I cannot be bothered. I love Kenya, but she played herself. I'm gonna tell you why. The girl, when Kenya walked in the dinner last week, and first of all, I guess she first of all she walked in last. So she had no choice but to sit next to Britt because you walked in last. I've been feeling like that's orchestrated. I don't care what nobody said. The whole thing, to me, now that I'm looking at it from hindsight, the whole thing seemed like a little bit of a setup for them to get some ratings. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care. Because if you think about it, and I'm going to tell you why. Bravo kept saying that something happened on the production and they had to scrap it and do things over and do this over because the whole Portia Williams of it all and her man and they had to throw his parts away and some things they had to get rid of. I just find it funny, Bravo, that 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 if you had to scrap a whole season, why y'all kept that Kenya part in there? Why did they do that? If they had to scrap and get rid of a whole season, y'all, that part with Kenya didn't have to see the light of day. Why did we see that? Y'all need numbers. And then every week they're talking about how the numbers is low. So I can't wait for the numbers to come out this week, this tomorrow, tonight or whatever. I want to see what the numbers are looking like because lately Married to the Medicine been beating them in views. But I know a lot of people been waiting to see Married to the Medicine for the whole Quad and Simone fight of it all, and that was a hoot and bull BS. But anywho, let's go back to the dinner now. So Kenya sits next to Britt, who's the one that she had the altercation with, right? And as soon as they sit down, they're talking about this game, and they all have to write down questions and answer them to the group or whatever. Put them in the bottle and pick them out. Okay. So it came to Britt, and I find this to be funny. So Britt pulls out a note that she had to read out loud at the table, and it says something about why Kenya don't really something about Kenya and her and not liking her and not talking to her or and Kenya said I talked to everybody in the group. I don't know what she's talking about. Well, Brent didn't like what Kenya said. So then Britt said, "Oh well, I'm not talking about everybody. This question is for me, and I have the floor right now. So what are you talking about?" First of all, before this whole game got started, Britt was already trying to come at Kenya for the way Kenya greeted her. Then I said to myself, well, why would you be mad at the way she greeted you? Because she didn't want to get makeup on you. And she didn't want you to get makeup on her. Oh, you just gave me a pat. And she was going off about this hug, y'all. Let me tell you something. Because I got to take a sip. Want one of these. Yeah, summertime. You may want to get one. First of all, first of all, never be impressed by nobody that never greeted me the way I wanted them to greet me. That was crazy. For people that say they so high and mighty and oh I'm above this and I'm above that, but you are pressed like a panini when she gave you a pat. So you pressed about a pat because y'all had already got into it the first episode about the whole ring thing. And I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. Britt been mad at Kenya from the whole ring thing. Y'all not peeping game about that. She's been obsessed about that ring thing and the question that Kenya asked about the whole ring. Is that your second ring? And where's your engagement? And where's your band? And this and that. She was mad about that. It's something about that ring thing. I don't know if it's gonna come up in the season. I don't know if it's gonna come up after the season is over, but it's something with her husband. I don't know. Y'all can say what y'all want. The husband to me gives me weird vibes, and I'm talking about Brittany's husband. This is all my opinion, and everything I say is alleged. But it's something about that whole ring thing from the first episode. It was very weird. And when Kenya asked her about her ring, oh, this is my ring, my husband ring, this is my second ring. Going off about this ring. Pressed again like a panini. Matter of fact, every time Kenya came around, Britt, you was pressed like a goddamn panini. For a person that got it and this and that, and y'all got everything underneath the sun. That's what's wrong with these celebrities, these so-called celebrities. Y'all be acting like y'all got it all and y'all above everything and that and the third, but then y'all be pressed like fucking paninis. It's weird. So ever since that encounter, Britt been trying to come at Kenya sideways. Go back to the first episode. We only what 5 episodes in. Go back to the first episode of Shamia's party in the backyard. Just go to the part when Kenya arrives and greets everybody, and she asks her about her ring. I'm telling you. And then keep watching their little interactions. Britt has been out for Kenya since day one. Okay, so let's move forward to last week's episode at the dinner party. So they're talking about the whole, oh, because you don't talk to me like you talk to everybody, and then Kenya says she talked to everybody, and this and that and the third. I don't understand what the problem is. From that point, once Kenya said, oh, y'all can't come, y'all peasants can't come for the queen. That peasant word messed Brit up. It messed her up. Because then you want to argue with her, and then that's when she brought the pow pow into it. Or when I got a pow pow, and going off. Going off to the point where Kenya is out the door, and you are still going off. Oh, I'm going to call my husband, and this, and the third. And this is why I'm mad with Kenya. Because if you look at that episode where Kenya's just standing there on her phone, and that girl is still going off, and her husband was there trying to unmic her, you was trying to really gaslight your goddamn husband to start going at Kenya. But he didn't do that, and I'm happy he didn't do that. But here's where I'm mad at Kenya at. Your name is Kenya. It starts with a K. Karen starts with a K too. Why you didn't go to production and say, I'm scared for my life? She threatened me. This is where you were supposed to do your whole little thing, Kenya. So you messed up a couple of times. Because I would have went to production and said, so what are we going to do about that? Because she threatened me, and I feel like if y'all want me to film with her again, I need a check. Yeah. Yeah. She was supposed to pull a Karen flip, and she didn't do that. You were supposed to play a Karen at that point. I'm scared. Even if you wasn't scared for your life, Bravo would have had to cut me a check just to sit on the cast with the bitch. Bravo would have had to cut me a check. I would have been like, I need security now, and I'm not paying for security out of the money that y'all gonna give me from these episodes. I feel like y'all need to cut me another check now because she's threatening me. And let me tell you where you messed up at. You see how Gregory, if y'all watch Married to the Medicine, you see how Gregory went and got an order of protection, so they say? Because now he's saying he didn't get one. But you see how they thought that he went and got one, though? He pulled the Karen move. How him, a man, pull a Karen move better than you, Kenya? How, Sway? How? You were supposed to go to production, have a sit down with them and your lawyer. See, this is why I know she don't know how to handle business. She don't. And I'm going to prove that she don't know how to handle business. Because here's the thing. You could have went, thank you. My hair's a mess. New York been tearing people hair up. I told them that this mold their edges down and sew on their wigs because as a hairstylist, I'm not going to keep coming back to your house because your hair is fucked up. I'm not doing that. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you how she messed up. Because I used to own a salon. It's hard to, for first of all, it's hard for you to get the salon that you want and have it. She built her salon from the ground up. We watched Kenya build her salon from the ground up. You were supposed to go to production and say, listen, in order for me to film with Britt, to even have a sit down with Britt, y'all gonna have to pay me. And I need security every episode, like Kelly have every episode. But I think Kelly is paying for her security because she said she had to have her security because of her ex, right? So she's always been walking around with security. If you go look back at some of Kelly's stuff on Instagram, whatever, she's always had security. And I see why, Kelly, you a whole episode by yourself. I'm not going to even give you the light of day right now. But Kenya was supposed to play a Karen. You were supposed to go there to production with your team, and you were supposed to get your demands ready because you already had the ball in your court. Once she did all the pow, 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 and the boom, 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 and the bang, 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 you already had the ball in your court. You already had it in your court. People was already not feeling her from then. If you look at when Portia met up with her, go look at when she met up with Shamia at Shamia's house. They already was not feeling her. You already had the ball in your court. You was the victim. You was the victim. But you didn't play your cards right. So from that episode, from after the dinner, if you notice, Kenya is first of all, Kenya looked scared because now I see your husband at this door, right? I see your husband at this door, and they are going off. If you go back to that whole dinner, I went back 5 to 6 times. I don't discuss it with the people, them, okay? I don't go back to the dinner from the moment Kenya walks in for the moment they leave out. We're going to have to go get her fired, and we're going to have to do this, and we're going to have to do that. How y'all going to get her fired when your friend's saying she got the bow, pow, pow, and the boom, 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 and the bang, bang, bang? How y'all going to get her fired? At that point, Kenya was the victim. How y'all going to get her fired? I think production messed up on the editing at that point because they was trying to get old girl out of there. And if you notice, Kenya was probably calling for her car, and the car didn't come fast enough for Kenya. So that's when Portia said, get in the car with us, get in the car with us. Because Kenya was scared. Kenya looked scared. I said it when I seen it. I said, Kenya looked scared. I had to rewind it at least 2 more times on that part alone, just so I can see Kenya's face. Kenya looked spooked, scared, and nervous, shaking like booty meat. Okay? Because your husband is here now. And she's not trying to go up against no man. A female, yeah. A man, your man is here. Your man, like she said, I'm going to call my husband. Your husband was already outside. And I'm going to clock some more tea. Why your husband always outside, girl? Why him always outside? Side note, when she met up with her sister and her sister was having a conversation, her husband called her like at least 5 times. Here's the thing. Her sister was complaining about the husband smothering her and all of these things. So what you got going on, Britt? But now we don't took the whole attention off Britt because what happened in last night's episode. Now let's go to last night's episode. And we're not going to even go through the whole episode. Where she sat up there with Shamia. Oh, I'm so sorry I did that to Kenya. I don't want her to be scared of me. Now she's pleading her case. Because she don't want to get fired, child. Who want to get fired on their 5th day at work? We don't even know you like that, Britt. Who wants to get fired in their 5th day at work? So, she's pleading her case to Mia, and then she went and met up with Portia, and then she told Portia, yeah, I did it, I said it, I didn't mean to say it, I got carried away, I can always admit when I got carried away. She's already on her I'm sorry tour, right? At this point, you should have already been to production. From that, because they don't film back-to-back days. When it first happened with the pow, 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 and the boom, 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 and the bang, 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 you should have went to production already. it wouldn't have been no more tours. Because I felt like when she said it, if Kenya would have went and did what she was supposed to do, they would have said, well, you can't come back until further notice. That was already strike two. You didn't go to production. You didn't act like a Karen. And then now she's still filming. That was your fault. Because I would have went and got me an order of protection. Sure enough, would have. Here's the thing with Dr. G situation and Kenya's situation. That girl threatened Kenya with a pow, 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 and a boom, 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 and a bang, bang, bang. King didn't threaten Dr. G at all. He didn't threaten him at all. He charged at him. So if he charged at him and can get an order of protection, why you couldn't go and show the tape to the cops and say X, Y, and Z? I would remember when she said in the episode when Kelly and Portia was there in the salon with her on last night's episode, she said, I'm gonna do a background check. You did the background check, love. You just dug up the wrong shit. Now I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna clock King's T right now. You went and did a background check. You told Portia, yeah, because I'm gonna do a background check. And then Kelly, I don't really like Kelly, she played both sides. Kelly says, well, she needs to do a background check on the people that's going to be working for her salon and this and that little light shade. You know what I'm saying? And I agreed with Kelly. But then I thought about it. You should do a background check on her. But the type of background check you was talking about doing, you had to get porn pictures and put them on a poster board. And I'm mad because you probably used that baby glue to post some pictures up on that damn poster board, Kenya. You wrong for that. You're going to have to stop using Brooklyn school supplies. That wasn't right. That listen. Shade. You didn't have to do it. You did not have to use Brooklyn school supplies to put those pictures of that girl giving head. That's what the pictures was, y'all. Let me tell you something. My mother called me because she watches the show. She said, hey, what was that on the poster board? Because they blurred it out. I said, child, she was up there. It's not funny. But the way I said it, it was funny. I said, Mom, she was a big head down. Hey, what you mean? She was on. I said, child, Kenya done dug up her little OnlyFans thing and everything, child. She was over there giving her. So then my mother said, get off my phone. This is why I don't like you. Get off my phone because you're so shady. I said, but that's what you asked me what was on the poster board, and I told you. Why people don't like the truth? Strike three, Kenya. You went and dug her up. But here's the thing about that poster board. You should have sent those pictures to the shade room. Maybe 4 more episodes in. I would have played Karen. She don't even know how to play good roles. And it's supposed to be reality TV. I would have acted like Karen. I would have went and got my money. I would have went and got my extra money. And then I would have went and got my extra money, right? You go get your extra money. Oh, Papa. Papa Bear is making noise, y'all. That baby's sweet baby. But I would have went and got my money. I would have went and got my money from production. Because y'all gonna give me something. I'm being threatened, and I didn't even give her no smoke like that. She didn't. And that was the thing about Kenya. You didn't even give her no smoke like that. So I'm thinking, yeah, maybe she's gonna do the right thing and do what she gotta do legally. You didn't even do that. I would have got me an order of protection, child. She wouldn't even been able to be on the set with me. Y'all go film with that peasant. I don't even want to see her. And no, I don't want to have a conversation with her. They would have had to wait to the end of the goddamn season for me to have a conversation with her, baby. You're going to have to bow down and kiss the ring for me to have an episode with you, love. And that means, here's the thing, that means if I don't have an episode with you, if we doing any group gatherings, she was never supposed to make it to the Kenya Moore Hair Care Spa if you would have did what she was supposed to do. She didn't do what she was supposed to do. I would have got that order of protection. She would have never been nowhere near me. She wouldn't have had to go buy no flowers or nothing unless she gonna put them on somebody else's gravesite. Yeah. She wouldn't have never been able to do all that. Because I'm saying, I said to my mother last week, I said, I'm gonna watch how this play out because I'm trying to figure out how she still gets to the Kenya Moore spa. At that point, Brit should have never been allowed to film no more. You understand? I understand Bravo is shady, allegedly. But she shouldn't have been allowed to film no more. If Kenya would have did her due diligence, if she would have walked in that office and dropped that order of protection on him, with her good lawyer standing beside her, Brittany wouldn't have had no more episodes, baby. She wouldn't have made. Here's the thing, but see, I'm gonna tell you why Kenya didn't do that. Remember last season, if y'all watch it real good, last season Kenya said that they cut a lot of her episodes out about her hair spa. And they didn't film it. Well, they filmed it. They didn't show it, though. They only showed it like one time, and that was like a little 10 minutes. They didn't show it like that. So this year, Kenya, is where you messed up at as a businesswoman. You wanted them to show it so bad to the point where you went and did revenge porn, because I don't care what nobody say. That's what it is. I'm going to tell you another thing. It's revenge porn at a higher caliber because millions of people was watching it. All the bloggers been talking about it since last year. Shout out to Michelle Atielian. She was sitting on the outside of the salon when it happened. She was the first one that brought us the tea. She was there. She was on the outside when Brit and all them came marching. She was there. And if you watch the episode, you notice Miss Lawrence walked out. He wasn't trying to have no parts in it. None. And then she had the nerve to get mad when people did, oh, I see who supports me now, and all this little shady stuff. First of all, Kenya, now I'm going to have to be Kaya for a minute. Kenya, order in the court. You fucked up. I'm sorry. I have to say what it is. I'm sorry, YouTube. I just had to let that little F word fly. She messed up. As a businesswoman, you never, ever let nobody get you so up underneath your skin that you mess up your grand opening. And that's why the girl Brit came there. Because if y'all look at when they was in the van together, her and her friend, which is Kelly. Kelly says, well, she's not going to mess up her grand opening. And you turned right around and fell right for the trap and messed up the grand opening. The whole season was a trap, Kenya. From the dinner episode when they said, we're going to have to get her fired. And I was like, why would they be saying something like that? Because your friend talking about the pow pow and the boom boom and the bang bang. So how y'all going to get Kenya fired if Kenya's the victim? Now here's the thing. You claim, let me turn this off because this is crazy. That don't make no damn sense. Had to silence the child. They crazy. So, your friend is the one talking about the pow pow and the boom boom and the bang bang. And then right after that, y'all make remarks saying, we got to get her fired. And remind you, they don't film back-to-back days. Then all of a sudden, your friend still comes to you want to talk to her there at her grand opening. If that's not a gaslight situation, I don't know what is. But this is where Kenya messed up again. If If you would have had your information, she wouldn't have been able to walk up and through there like that, love. Kelly wasn't even supposed to be on that episode if you would have handled your business. And this is why I don't really believe nothing that goes on TV when they say reality TV. They don't took the real out of the reality. Because how did she walk up in there like that? How did y'all scrap a whole season because of Portia and the whole situation with Simon? But y'all left that. How y'all leave that right there like that? How did they leave it? If they scrapped everything with Simon, why y'all didn't scrap that? I'm going to tell you why. Because they don't have nothing to talk about. These girls, besides Shamia, all the new girls, even down to Kelly, shady and boring. I said it. It's giving shady and boring. That's what it's giving. Besides Shamia, y'all should have had Phaedra up there from episode 3. Here's the thing, because even though Phaedra and Kenya don't get along, Phaedra would have been like, as a lawyer, I don't think you should do that. She would have stopped her, I hope. I wish I would have been there. I would have put the poster board out of hand and she homemade. And you got the word H-O-E up there. You spelling out her name. You doing all of the things. Why did you do all of that at your grand opening? Why did you do that? So from your salon getting no attention last season, and now you getting the light, you gonna walk into the light like that, Caroline? Why would you do something like that? You didn't teach your daughter nothing. You didn't teach no black girl as such as myself nothing. You didn't teach nobody nothing in that point. As you come in the room, please like, share, and subscribe. She didn't teach nobody nothing. Business-wise, being a lady, owning a business, black owned. And where was your products at? Did y'all see any products? I'll go look at it again tonight because you know me, I might have missed something. I didn't see not one Kenya Moore hair care shampoo or nothing. And I'm going to tell you why I think I didn't see none. Come here. Remember that season when they came up in there and they're like, Kenya Moore hair care. That was the same season Shamia picked up the shampoo bottle and she opened it and she drank it and it was water. Y'all remember that? Remember when Shamia put the shampoo bottle up and she drank it and it was water and Shamia kept drinking the water? And Shamia just happens so to be on the season and have a peach and she's a housewife and she's there. So is that why you didn't have no bottles of your own products all over the place? Because I didn't see no products, y'all. I don't know what her salon do. And here's another thing where she fucked up at as a business owner. You got Go Naked, the CEO of Go Naked. Close my door, boo, because Kate, I don't want Gracie to mess up my video because she's all over the place. Gracie in corners and just in the corner. My grandson liked that little girl Gracie corner, okay? I like her too. But this is where Kenya Moore messed up again. She just kept getting strikes from me left and right. Looking as a businesswoman, I'm looking as a businesswoman first. Forget being a fan. I'm a fan of God. Want to do it? I don't have time. But looking from a businesswoman's point, Portia should have had a table there. She sells Go Naked hair. Why would she not have the things of the things there? And I'm going to tell you one more better. I'm going to tell you one more better. Even if you don't like Kelly, Kenya, Kelly owns a restaurant where she sells brunch. Those are two vendors that own their businesses that is on the show with you that have peaches. I'm about to fill my cup up because I got some more. That little coconut drink is good. I'm going to show y'all the bottle right now. This is what I'm drinking. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not a lightweight, but this right here, I don't even know how much percentage of alcohol is in here. I don't care. 2 drinks and I'm done. And not done like, oh, I'm drunk, I can't do nothing. Right after this, I'm going to go right in there and cook dinner, child. Right after this live, actually. So wait a minute. So you got Go Naked here, and then you got this one that flipped pancakes and waffles, and you didn't want to set up. It should have been a brunch type of event. Even if you didn't add Kelly, you're friends with Portia. It's a hair salon. You get Go Naked to go naked. You get Go Naked in there as a hair product. Girl, your supplies, your shampoo bottles should have been all over the blood clot place. Why did I not see none of that? I don't even know because you're so busy trying to get Brit back. You didn't even focus on your salon. Why is the whole presentation of you talking about Brit and her being and giving head around the world? Why is you so focused on this girl? Queens don't move like that. When it's time to handle business, we handle business and then handle you on the back end. Here's the thing. You had time to have enough to handle her on the front end and you still didn't do it. Because I would have got me an order of protection. You're not going to talk about no boom, 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 bow, 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 and the bang, bang, bang. And it's towards me. And I'm not going to feel threatened. I'm going to do that right now in real life and still come back and get you. I need my paperwork. I need my paperwork. I'm going to handle you, bitch, on the back end. I'm going to go get my paperwork, though. Let me get that first, and then I'm going to handle you later. That's what she was supposed to do. She didn't do that. It disappointed me very much so. I thought she would have been smart enough to play Karen for a minute. I'm going to go be a Karen now. Oh, I'm so afraid for my life, officer. Y'all seen what happened? Oh, my God, she threatened me. Oh, she threatened my life. She said she was going to get a gun and her husband was there. I didn't have no body. And she didn't do none of that. All the theatrics. She didn't do none of that. Britt was not supposed to even step foot in that salon. And then you know what? Because you didn't do none of that, and we already know that now because the episode has aired, you had these stupid ass poster boards on the side for you can just slide out. You was just going to slide them out. This bitch slid out. Let me tell you something. Y'all got to go watch the episode. This bitch slid out those fucking poster boards like they was going to tell us about the salon and the things that she going to have in there, okay? It pissed me off so bad. I still don't know the services that she had, but I know everything about Brit and what she did and how she did it. Girl, I know you lying. Is you crazy? I'm not about to be sitting up here telling y'all that this... I'm going to slide those to the shade room and the people them. I'm going to give I'm a anonymous tip. This bitch is a hoe. That's what you should have did and slid those into the shade room's DMs. Or maybe not the DMs because then they're going to know it's you. Or maybe you should have emailed them through a fake ass email and you should have emailed them or have somebody else email them. Where's your friend Brandon at? And why he hasn't been around you? What is going on, Kenya? Because I peeped that too, y'all. I've been peeping it for a couple of seasons. Y'all remember Brandon, if y'all watched the show, y'all remember Brandon. Brandon was her little sidekick and he helped her with the things and the things and the things. Here's Brandon. Brandon. Brandon, tap in. If you there, come. Because Kenya needs a friend. Because she don't have none. Because everybody was disgusted with Kenya last night. She don't have no friends. Friends, what about your friends? She don't have none around, and they won't be around. Because she won't be around. She won't be around either. So don't. They all walked out. They was all in disgust. I was disgusted. I was so disgusted. I don't even think I went to bed that early in my life. After that whole scene, I was so disgusted. I went to sleep. I went to sleep. That's how disgusted I was with Kenya. That's how many times I counted how many mistakes she's made through that whole process of last night. You made too many mishaps, girl, to be the queen. You should have came and got some advice from a real one. Because I would have been like, go over there, get your order of protection, go over there, get your lawyer, go to Bravo, go do this, go do that. I would have told you what to do. I don't know who's managing you, but you need to get a new one. Because and I don't want to hear, oh, somebody from production told her to do that. I don't care. Yeah, because they always saying somebody from production tells her to do something, or production always gets involved. Even if, let's just say, if somebody from production really told you, I ain't laid not one stone on this cup since we started this live, okay? Because this is just too much, okay, Kenya? Let's just say somebody from production told her to do that. You had the poster board. You was already set up because they asked Britt, did she disinvite you? Is she, Britt already said she did. She didn't disinvite me. So that means you already had it set up, so it's premeditated. Clock it. Clock it. It's premeditated. What you did to her was premeditated. It wasn't like it had an extra part of and then you pulled out the porn at the dinner. No, you pulled out the porn the next filming date. And this is why I said I'm not going to Costco. I'm going to my lawyer to see how I can get an order of protection against you. She said, boom, 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 and bang, 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 and a bang, bang, bang. That's what she said. She threatened me. In front of the producers, in front of security, in front of the people, them. I have witnesses. America. That's it. I would have went and got an order of protection immediately. She wouldn't have been able to film up in there. But you wanted her to come because you're silly like that. You was thinking revenge. You wasn't thinking black girl magic because nothing about that was magical. I'm so fucking shady. I'm shady like the clouds in the sky in New York City, child. It ain't not a bit of sun out here, child. Not one bit of sun. It ain't a sun, a moon. It'll be a moon later, but it ain't no sun out here. I'm going to tell you that. It's just been raining for 7 days and 7 nights, child. God is working. But on a serious note, I've been serious through the whole thing. But Kenya made so many mishaps. Because even if you wasn't going to go get an order of protection, okay, she came in there with flowers. She tried to say sorry to you. And you didn't speak till you paid her dust, right? Again, you still messed up. Because once you seen it, she brought the flowers in there. Once you seen it, she said sorry to you. Once you see that she tried to talk to you, and you still paid her no mind, you were so angry about the threats, the little light threats, that you messed up the grand opening to your salon, and you were a vet on this show. You were OG. You was never supposed to let her get up underneath your skin like that. She knew. We don't even know her. All we know is her want to have a baby with her husband, who I think might be gay. But I'm just think that's my opinion. I'm not the only one that said it. Go look at the man. But anywho, looks can be deceiving. Don't judge a book by its cover. But Kenya messed up a lot. Once you realize that girl said sorry, she put in a gesture, that was your time to shine. Notice how, I'm going to tell you, Bravo is shady. Notice how they let Kenya talk all that time. Kenya talked for at least good 5, 6 minutes before she even pulled out those poster boards. And none of that was about the salon. That's what made me upset. You sitting up there, attention, attention, attention! You grabbing the attention of the press and the friends that's there, and you got bloggers there, you got press there, everybody's there. Lawrence, other stylists and hair owners and things of a nature. And you grabbed our attention for that. For that, you started out good. You did the whole little hair show with the 4 girls. I was into it. They came out with the purple hair and the bubbles and the birds and the flowers and the things of that nature. I was into it because I'm into hair shows. But you did all of that to grab our attention for revenge porn? I know you're fucking lying. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. And that's why I said she didn't learn nothing. I would have never did that. You taught every young black female what not to do in a grand opening. If they was ever going to take anything from you, Miss America, they took nothing last night. They took what not to do. You claim yourself to be this queen and you want to sit on this throne, honey. What Mariah said, I'm not gonna step off my throne to throw tomatoes at y'all. And I would have stayed on my throne. And I would have told her how to do a business and open up a business. And we would have partied in there and I would have danced circles around that thing. That's what she was supposed to do. Being that she was already there, because I really feel like she shouldn't have been there. But you didn't carry on enough. You didn't go get an order of protection. You see, look at Married to the Medicine. Dr. Gray went and got an order of protection against Quad's man King, right? They couldn't film with them. They filmed, not with them. They had to leave parties early, all types of things. She wasn't supposed to even step foot in your salon. You had the whole cast there. The whole cast was there. She shouldn't have even been able to film there. She shouldn't have walked up in there. She wouldn't. That's why I said everything. I'm telling y'all. I believe that whole situation was set up. The whole thing, from the beginning to the end. Just think about it. What else y'all gonna talk about? Simon's locked up now. He's not on the show. We're gonna talk about Drew Sidora and Portia and her filming with Dennis. I think not, because I think Portia's lying. I don't care what nobody say. And I hope Drew is able to prove that Portia's a liar. Because I just feel like Portia's lying and she's carrying it. I feel like Portia's mad because Drew is filming with her baby father, and now you don't have nobody to film with. Simon was your first runner up to film with, which was your husband, and now you can't film with him. ISIS don't took him, and listen, okay? And now you don't have nobody to film with. So everything that you filmed with Simon in that house got scrapped. And I'm not understanding why this part of the episode didn't get scrapped too. So what y'all gonna talk about? The next couple of episodes is gonna be about Kenya. The next couple of episodes coming up will be about Kenya. And for what? Why do you want them to talk about you like that, love? The next episode should be about how we had fun and how we got our goodie bags. Oh, Kenya here. You will. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You have a hair salon, right? You had a whole hair show, right? You got hair products, right? One, none of the hair products was shown. Two, we don't even know what services you're giving to you give inside that salon because you made it all about Brit. Three, you should have had somebody using your hair products right then and there. You gave a whole hair show. Remember, let's go back to the concept of hair show. They do hair on the stage. Being that you made your salon a stage for the hair show, a real stylist should have been doing clip-ins. They should have been washing and shampooing and deep conditioning with your hair products. It was supposed to be a show. It was supposed to be a thing. You're not business wise enough because y'all like to do things to give something to talk about. But instead of you giving them something good to talk about, you gave them something bad to talk about. So now your name is going in there with revenge porn. Kenya Moore, revenge porn. That's how that goes now. That's how that reads now. Yeah, you trending for all the wrong reasons, baby girl. You trending for all the wrong reasons now. When I had my salon opening many moons ago, I was still working. You was able to come in there, get your drinks, party with us a little bit. I didn't stop working. I was still working. So why you didn't have nobody doing hair with your hair products? Some things is just common knowledge if you a businesswoman, if you a hustler like that. Because I heard your little hair products ain't even selling. Allegedly. So if they not selling, if a lot of these stores in New York City is closing down because of sales and recession and all of the things of that nature, that means you're getting your products back, right? You take those same products and you flip them again and you put them in your own salon now. Because I'm going to be real with you. As a salon girl and, and I'm a hairstylist, I ain't never seen your salons on no shelves. Not with these eyes. Not with these eyes. I've never seen your stuff on shelves. Now, I heard about them being on shelves. But me, with my eyes, I've never seen no purple bottles nowhere. So, that tells me a lot right there. And then for you to not have these bottles displayed, I would have had a whole wall. Let me tell you something. You were supposed to have a whole wall. Forget the flower wall. I would have had different backdrops. One backdrop would have been Kenya Moore Hair Care, all the products. You know how you have those walls and they have the squares and the shelves? I would have had a whole wall with my products in there. That would have been a backdrop. Then the flower wall would have been a backdrop. You don't even know how to. You were supposed to have to bags to go and with your products in there, ready to go. And said all the bags should have been saying Kenya Moore Hair Care. I have bags. People ask me all the time about my bags. I have bags for my products. At one point, when I first started out, I was doing the thank you bags and things of that nature. Then I was doing, if people had birthdays, I was doing the party bags. I said, why am I doing a happy birthday bag when it's an even things thing? So I went and did what I had to do. Let me go get me some labels and let me go get me some stickers with even things on there. Let me go get me some bags and let me go start doing what I need to do. So now every box, every bag, and every cup got even things on there. You were supposed to have your hair products everywhere. Everywhere. You giving a hair show, you should have showed the girl that was getting washed with her hair, with Kenya Moore Hair Care. You should have showed her getting a deep conditioner. Then you would have did the hair show. She would have got blown out. And then she would have used Portia's extinction. Bing, bong. You don't even know what you're doing, love. You should just call me. Because I've been to Atlanta. I go to only the Atlanta hair shows. That's my business trip. Because it's about business. Come on with this good old tax write-off. Come on. I'm trying to school the people then. Oh, baby Jesus. That's how you get the good flight paid off, right? You go to a business trip and you get it on your taxes. hmm I like to go to the big hair show too. The one in August, child. Because you see everybody there. Candy, this one, that one. I seen everybody, child. Shekinah. All of the girls was there. Even my hair salon that I used to go to, when I be like wanting to get like a blowout, and I be in between my weaves or whatever, and I get like my little blowout. I go to my little Dominican people. She said, "Hey, oh my goodness, we doing hair all the way in Atlanta." I said, "Girl, I'm in Atlanta looking at this hair show, okay?" And she had her whole booth. My hair, that hairstylist had a whole booth and everything. Shout out to Josephine's, okay? Josephine had a whole hair booth, child, okay? All the way in Atlanta from New York, okay? Booth. Like not a little small booth neither. No, I'm talking about a L-shaped booth with the things of the things and all of the products that she sells in her salon was there. Why did Kenya not have products there? Mm, mm, mm. That's like me going to the barbecue without a sippy cup, child, and everybody else at the barbecue got one of mine in their hand, but yet I'm not gonna have one. I know you lying. I'm gonna be dripped out in mine. Sneakers, yeah, bag, fanny pack, cup, fan, yeah. I'm gonna have all of the things, even things. Louis, who? No, even things. Y'all want to walk up in there in y'all places of business with all this Louis Vuitton and Fendi and this and that and the Dolce this and the bop bop bop. You forgot you made the whole salon thing about Brittany so bad about Brit that you didn't even tell us what was the services in your salon. I didn't see nothing that had the services on there. But I seen where Brittany was giving oral to some man. I didn't see a poster board for your services, but I seen her giving head on a bow. How was that possible? You got her. You made the whole episode about her. That whole part of the ending of the episode you made about her. All because somebody, was disrespecting me and, trying to shade me and, because I twirl on them. You didn't twirl that time. You twirled to a poster board and you said, "Brooklyn, can I get your little glue so I can post this little picture on this poster board?" You went to Kinko's, bitch, okay? You went to Kinko's, okay? You went to Hobby Lobby, okay? You went to Staples, bitch, okay? You went to Michael's, okay? Talk about it. Wherever they sell poster boards, that's where you went. And said, "Well, I'm a make these pictures real big, and I'm gonna post them up, and I'm gonna put HOE, and this is her and her name." And you put more into the presentation of Brit than you did with your own salon, and I'm disgusted. Talk about it. As a young black girl from New York, I'm disgusted. You went to Michael's for her, but you couldn't dig your products with the dust on it out the basement to put in the salon. I'm just telling you what I know. Don't be mad at me. This is what she did. Go watch the episode because I'm gonna watch it one more again because I was just like, did she do that? Like that's how disgusted I was. If I could throw the TV out the window, I would have. That's how disgusted I was. She really disappointed me last night. She really did. And you know what the bad part about it is? You are Miss America. Oh, I'm the first black Miss America. Well, you sure enough didn't act like it. You got nothing but black. You had hairstylists there that started out with you on this show, Miss Lawrence. He that slid out the door, honey. He couldn't take no more. Once he seen the first poster board, Miss Lawrence was out of there. Going. Gone with the wind, fabulous child. But and yet you sat up there and called yourself a black business owner and black girl magic and all of the things of the things. That's why I put up my thumbnail the way I did. Because that's what she got on her goddamn Instagram. And I don't understand justice for kids. You should have been putting that up from last week's episode. You don't put that up now. That thumbnail that I have up there now, she should have put up there from last week's episode. When she really was trying to get justice for herself. She should have put that up there then. I'm very pissed off with her as a business owner. As a black business owner. As our first Miss America. I'm so disappointed in Kenya. You made another girl the moment. You was never supposed. And here's the thing. The last episode, you told her at the dinner table, she said, oh, you just want a moment. You said to her, oh, I am the moment. And then you turned around on this episode and made her the moment? Are you serious? Mm-mm. Never in business. Never get distracted and make somebody else the moment when it's supposed to be about you and your business. Because you sat up there last year and you cried about them not showing your salon. And when you do, you make a fool of yourself. Mm. All the little black girls, that's not how you run a business. That's not how you promote a business. That's not how you do nothing when it comes to business. No. No. And you know what the crazy part about it is? You don't even do hair. You don't stand behind a chair, Kenya. You should have had a stylist that stands behind a chair because here's the thing. It's a whole year later and we just now seeing the salon. Even though I already talked about it before. I did. But, because it was pretty. The salon is pretty. And you came and bought ugly in it. You know what? I just need to stop. She came and brought ugly into the salon, y'all. She brought ugly. You was never supposed to give her the moment like that. You should have sat down with Portia, had a business meeting with Portia. Oh, I need some Go Naked hair because I'm going to have a live model getting her hair done with your hair and X, Y, and Z. And we're going to put it together. She's going to use my shampoo products from Kenya Moore's Hair Care. And she's going to put Go Naked hair in there. And boom, that could have been good right there. I don't see where we go wrong with that. Two black girls that have two businesses. I don't understand why Kenya Moore didn't think bigger and better of herself in that moment. You were supposed to pull out all the bells and whistles. You was never supposed to make Brit the moment of your salon opening. You can never get that back. That's gonna play all the time, and you know Bravo petty. They're not gonna never erase that episode, baby. Never. You gave them all the ammo that they needed. Now, do I think Kenya Moore is fired? No, I don't. I think they gave her the time off. What time is it? 4:30. I'm about to get off in a little while, y'all. But They gave her all, she gave them all the ammo that she needed. Now, do I think she's fired? No. Do I think they sat her down for a season? Yes. But I feel like they should have been having confessionals of Kenya all the way up until this episode right here. There was no Kenya Moore does not have no confessionals this whole season, y'all. Get into it. She ain't got no confessionals. None. She don't got no confessionals, and we don't even know if she's gonna be at the reunion. She did do 5 episodes. I feel like she should be able to explain and plead her case, but you didn't move about that the right way. Sometimes you have to move like business. You have to move like that. I don't know who's her manager. I don't know who's advising her. I don't know who her friends are. But it couldn't have been. Girl, don't do that. That's revenge porn. And the people that saying it's not revenge porn, I don't see how it's not. Because they blurted out. Bravo blurted out because of they protecting themselves. They got too many lawsuits allegedly going on right now. So of course they blurted out. But you forget, I'm gonna say it again. Bloggers was there, you had press there, you had other people there that have a following there. And this is another reason why you should have handled your business and forgot all about the whole Brit of it all. I would have never. Portia has a following. Shamia has a following. Cynthia has a following. All of those, to me, are potential customers. You have to think about it like money. No, we don't want to think about every person as money. But when it comes to business, everybody is money. And the way you handled that, with everybody being seen walking out and how disgusted they was, you think that they fan base is going to go to your salon and get something done? You remember you cried and you said how you had to pay all this money and all of the things. You're not going to make that money back. Not right now. Now with this episode going the way it's going, I don't know if that salon is open or not, but girl, I don't even think, Shannon. I don't even think, girl. She messed up. And people can say whatever they want, but Kenya messed up in a major way when it came to that salon. I was very disappointed. I didn't like how she handled business, because if that's the way you handle in business, love, then maybe you don't need to have a business. You didn't have no Kenya Moore hair care. I didn't hear nothing about your. You should have been doing a presentation about your products, but then yet you did it on Brit. You wasted all that time and that energy on somebody that was never even supposed to see the light of day in your salon. You, as the girl, you were supposed to, okay, because she went from the hair show, she was supposed to go right into Kenya Moore hair care. And that's when you explain about the shampoos and the products that you got and X, Y, and Z. She didn't do that. You didn't even get into the services that you give. I don't know if you sell weave. I don't know if I got to bring my own weave. I don't know if I got to bring my own shampoo. I don't know none of the things that you do. Do you wax eyebrows? Do you not wax? Do you have a makeup girl? Do you not? Do you do lashes? Do you not? I don't know what you do. It's all a blur. Because you didn't talk about it. You didn't talk about nothing that you did. I don't know none of the services that Kenya Moore offers at her hair salon, because you made it all about Brit. And that was the sad part about watching last night's episode. Never give the girl your light. You gave her your light. You had the light. You gave her your light. Never. Never, never, never. Notice what's yours. In business, always keep it about business. You could have got her on the end and gave those same pictures that you put on that little poster board with Brooklyn Little Glue or whatever, and you could have gave those to the shade room on site. Shout out to all of them. Shade room. Shit, you could have even gave them to Gossip in the City. She would have definitely put those up. But no, you didn't do that. Neighborhood Talk, shout out to all of them. You didn't give it to nobody. You just wanted to display her and embarrass her. Here's the thing about it though. You could have not have even done it all together. Because before you even displayed all of that you did, that girl was already gone. She had already left and left the flowers right there that she gave you. So right then and there, you didn't have to do it because she was already out the door. And when I say she didn't have to do it, she didn't have to do it because the girl wasn't even there for you to even get the shade that you was trying to dish out. She wasn't even there. She left. But this is why I say I'm gonna say this one last thing, and this is why I say all of this is a setup because they need ratings. If y'all look at the episode, old girl Britt leaves before Kenya even starts giving her speech, right? And then she starts giving her little speech and how people was disrespectful. Then she showed the whole poster board with the girl giving the oral and the things of the things of the things. Then Kelly and everybody walks out. Kelly walks out with her little entourage. Kelly walks out and walks right into Britt standing on the curb. Why was you still there? And the first thing I said was, didn't she leave like 5 minutes ago? Why is she still there? It looked weird. It looked like she was waiting for Kelly to drop the bomb in her lap that Kenya talked about her like a dog in there. But why would you be waiting if it's not supposed to happen, if you don't know it's supposed to happen? It was like they knew it was going to happen, y'all. That's what it looked like to me. Go look at the episode from last night for yourself. It looked like she knew it was going to happen, and she was waiting for Kelly to leave and storm out for Kelly to come tell her everything that Kenya said. Because I didn't understand why she was still standing there on the curb. And they left together. Why was you still standing there? Because here's the thing. When you left Britt, Kelly stayed behind. Y'all can't, you know how girlfriends roll, how you got the girl code. Well, we came here together, we leaving together. When you left Britt, Kelly, 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 Kelly stayed there. And I felt like that was weird. Why was Kelly still there? And then when Kelly leaves, because she's so disgusted after she's seen the peen in your mouth and stuff, allegedly, why were you there still standing on the curb? Like you was waiting for her to come out. Like y'all knew it was going to happen. I clocks everything. You can't tell me that she didn't know that was going to happen. You can't tell me that it was a whole setup. And y'all can't tell me that Tar set it up because he's not even on the show. But I clocked it. I'm like, why is she still standing on the curb? And I don't want to hear, oh, she's waiting for her friend because her friend wasn't even coming out allegedly until she heard Kenya say all of that about her friend. And then she stormed out and said, I'm not going to let her say that about my friend. Well, Kelly, technically, if you was all for your friend, then you shouldn't have been there. Because when your friend left, being that you came with your friend, you should have been left with your friend. And they would have had to tell you what happened later on, like in the next episode. But you still was there. Bravo trying to set us up, y'all. Allegedly. I don't care what nobody say. Don't gaslight the audience, baby. I'm gonna call it out every time. That's why I said they took reality out of. They took the real out of reality. Because let's be real. If your friend walks out and y'all came together, even if she tells you to stay, and there was no parts where she told that girl to stay, you're not gonna walk out with your friend? Well, let me go with her because I came with her. I want to make sure she's okay. You're not gonna do that, but and yet you're gonna stand there. Come on. And then when you walk out the door, Because you so disgusted. Kelly is so disgusted. I'm not going to let her talk about my friend. Britt, you standing on the curb like you was waiting for Kelly to come? Remember, because you rode in Kelly's van or whatever. You rode with Kelly. So, was you going to stand? What if that would have never happened? Was you going to be sitting out there waiting for Kelly all night long? All night long, all night. Or was you going to stand out there and wait for her all night long? I didn't understand that. And that's how you know it was a setup. Because they needed something to talk about. And somebody had to be the fall guy. Think about that. Y'all better get into it. Somebody had to be the fall guy in order for somebody to talk about the season, because we wouldn't have been talking about it. It would have been boring to us. They would have had nothing to talk about. If Simon would have been there, we wouldn't even be seeing this, I don't think. I don't care. My opinion. I don't care. I feel like if Simon would have been there filming with Portia, it would have been about them, and we wouldn't even been seeing this. That's just how I feel. If Kenya would have handled her business, we would have been seeing this. And I'm going to always say that. I would have went and got an order of protection on her. I would have had to go get the cops and get some type of incident report. As a matter of fact, Kenya, what you should have did was, I give you one better. Because I'm just as shady as they want to be. When she was threatening you and you pulled out your phone, I would have been recording my 911 call. I would have called 911 right then and there on the spot. While production is there, while security is there, while everybody is there to be a fucking witness. And when Portia said, you want to ride with me? No, I'm going to ride with 911. I'm going to go ride with 911. Sometimes it's okay to act like a Karen sometimes. As black girls, it's okay. Especially when you're in the right. And you had the upper hand. You was in the right at the dinner party. You didn't call 911. I don't know who you was texting. But I don't know how fast you thought they was going to come. Because even down the Portia said, well, no, you can ride with us. No, I'm going to ride with 911. I'm calling the cops. Her husband is here. She's talking about pow-pows and poom-pooms and bang-bangs. I'm not riding with her. I'm not. I don't feel safe. That's how you play that. She should have never been able to come up in your salon with no flowers. Good flowers, too. I like them flowers. But she should have never been able to come up in there. You were supposed to milk that moment for everything, and they were still supposed to show you a salon. You would have still got your salon shown. Unless it was all set up by production to talk about the season, because y'all been having season lows. So they reporting, oh, this one is ahead of them. Married to the Medicine is ahead of them in views, and this and that and the third. Atlanta Housewives been low in views. How much you want to bet this episode right here is going to be the highest show to rate? All because you want to go along to get along, or because you didn't handle your business. Because even if Bravo would have told me to do that to make myself, I don't think I would have had to make myself do that to make myself look like the bad guy. I don't think I could have did it. But you did it. And we here now. And we talking about it. And you made yourself look bad. You made yourself look bad. You always have choices. Everybody has choices. And what you chose to do last night as a black female in hair care that has a black business and is Miss America, come on. Come on. How good is it going to get, baby? You're supposed to ride that to the wheels fall off. Those 4 things right there. My products would have been all over the place. The hair show would have ended with my supplies being used. Portia, I need some bundles. I want to buy some bundles off of you. Not even bundles. Let me get a wig. So we can see how it goes on and use my whatever You gotta use. You were supposed to kill that whole, not kill for real YouTube. I'm just saying, like in business, when her numbers would have went up. That yeah, because YouTube is so sensitive. But you were supposed to really, as a businesswoman, and you on this show, and you are OG of this show, you was really supposed to show the girls how to do it. Because let's talk about it. How many people on that show have their own business? Kelly, Kelly, um, the one with the Michael Jackson nose. I don't even want to, because that's because I don't remember her name right now. But that one, um, Portia, um, and that's it. So Britt, I don't forgot what she does. I forgot. But that whole episode, it made me forget everything. So you have, I don't even want to call her Michael Jackson. Oh Lord. And then you have Britt. I mean, you have Kelly. Then you have Portia, and you have yourself. Let's just say it's 4 or 5 girls on the whole cast that have their own thing going on, like they own stuff, like they own businesses. That's not how you were supposed to do that as a queen. The queen would never. I'm not giving you no. I'm not giving you the light of day on my in my salon. You blew past her. I'm thinking she's not gonna even do it. Then when I seen her slide the poster board out, front and center, you already had it right where it was supposed to be. That's something production do. And that's why I say I don't believe none of it. I don't believe none of it. Y'all needed something to talk about. That's what I seen. Y'all needed something to talk about. And y'all made it about Kenya and her not being filmed for the rest of the season because they already put that up there. That after this episode, we're not seeing Kenya no more. If y'all really do notice, with Kenya Light Shade and all of the things, they didn't even show Kenya in those 5 episodes anyway, like that. Like they would really do. Think about it. They didn't show Kenya in those 5 episodes like that. They needed something else to talk about, and she gave it to them. I don't know if it was willingly or if it was up to her, but it wasn't. It ain't right. And you made black entrepreneurs look bad. Now here's the T. You're gonna catch a lot of that backlash. I don't care what went on. I don't care if you made your own choice to do it or not. You made yourself look bad. Nobody's gonna work in your salon. Nobody's gonna come to your salon. And as a businesswoman, it's a wrap. Wrap yourself up. Wrap yourself up. And you know what else I never noticed? Being that King is in Atlanta, right? And she has her own supplies, her own her own situation with her as far as her beauty supplies or whatever. You in Sally's, you in this place, you in that place. I never heard of her going to the Barner Brothers hair show. Never. You never seen on her social media where she was there and she had a booth. You should have been had a booth, girl. If you're gonna give it to the white man to sell, I'm not trying to be funny, nothing racist, but if you're gonna give it to CVS's and Sally's and all of those stores, why you don't have a booth at the biggest hair show that's right there in Atlanta? Why you don't have a booth? Why you never had a booth? Weird, very weird, and that's why I was disappointed in Kenya. Very weird. But tell me what y'all thought about the episode. If y'all watched the episode or whatever, let me know how y'all feel about the episode. Y'all should really go and watch it because it really pissed me off. Like, I'm dead serious. After that, I went right to sleep. I've never seen nothing. Like, I went to sleep. I was so frustrated, I went to sleep. I never watched Married to the Medicine until today. Because, Married to the Medicine, part 3 came on right after that. Excuse me. And I never watched it. When I woke back up? 2:30, 3 o'clock, my regular time when I work. I never seen it after that. Very sad. Very poor move by Kenya Moore. Very poor. I didn't like it, and I hope they didn't fire her, um, because she needs it. I said what I said. What else does she have going on? What else? She's not even in a good Tubi movie. And I'm gonna keep it real. Kenya Moore is the type of person to think Tubi is beneath her. She's not even in the movie. Meanwhile, I don't see Cynthia Bailey up in the movie. Portia's in Lifetime movies. Truth Adora's in movies. Why you not in movies? Why you not doing more? Cause we already know your man don't got no. You know what? I gotta stop talking about people. Mm, mm, mm. Mark is in the reds with rent and the things of that nature, allegedly. So why are you not in Tubi movies? What happened to your production company? Where is the things of the things at? I'm just asking because what you represented last night was not black excellence. It was not black girl magic. Actually, some of the black girls is acting like they don't even know you today. You know what? I have to get off the internet because I'm going to continue to shade Kenya because that's how mad I and then I looked at it again today. I think that I looked at that episode again today, y'all. And I said, Kenya really did that because I thought maybe I was bugging, but she really did that. And it really broke my heart. And if nobody that knows you like Candy and this person and that person, if nobody said that you was dead wrong, then they're not your friends. They're not your friends. I know Cynthia was on Watch What Happened in Live, but we even seen Cynthia when everything was done before she walked off. At least she said something to you and told you that you was wrong to your face. And then she told you again on Watch What's Happening Live. Cynthia just been doing interview after interview after interview, child. But at least she told you in your face on the episode that you was wrong. Because you was wrong. Call it what it is. You was wrong. You didn't do nothing I thought you would have did. I thought I knew you. I don't know you. I don't want to know you. Because even things is going to do the even things. Again, before I end this episode, tell me how you, if you watch Housewives of Atlanta, tell me how you like Housewives of Atlanta. This is my 20-ounce tumblers. I'm doing this. You see, it got a name on it, E. Kane. And this I didn't put the strap on it, the strap hooks on it yet. But I'll show y'all in the reel once I'm done with this tumbler. But it's a bougie tumbler. So not only is it going to be, all done up in pearls like this, it's going to have a strap that goes to this tumbler. It comes with the shore cleaner, all of the things. If you want to order one, go to my IG, EVE_DA_weave, WEAVE. And you can order right from there. I answer right away. It's very open, just tell me what tumbler you want, and I can show you what tumblers I have or which ones I make. I make them in all colors. After this, I got to do shades of pink again. But I'm going to be real. This one right here, and there's another blue one that I do that's very popular. Very popular. But this color, which is gold, black, white, and silver stones, this one is popular too. One just went out this morning. It's going overseas. Yes, I do free shipping and handling. But the person picked it up because she's giving it to her friend for her birthday overseas. So a lot of my tumblers, they travel very well. They have bubble wrap. All you have to do is just keep them in the bubble wrap inside of its own baggie. Put them right in the suitcase. Boom, you good. Nothing gets messed up. Everything is intact and in order. And I do the fans to match. Very pretty, very beautiful. These cups right here, these are my sippy cups. These cups come in all colors. I write the whole name on them. I'll show a reel where I wrote the whole name. If you go up and down my timeline, go to my reels, you're able to see cups with the whole name on there. The one with the fan, without the fan. If you don't want the fan, it's optionable. But every cup comes with bubble wrap, straw cleaner, and a baggie to carry the cup in. But if you want to order, now you know. My name is Eve the Weave. Please like, share, and subscribe. I gotta go, YouTube. Later.